morning, millennials, and welcome back to The Toast. Happy Friday, or should I say Friday?
Friday, we did it. The end of another garagey party week of swirly summer.
Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
We absolutely have to. Bruno's getting down after a big blowout bash yesterday. He's like a little hungover, 4 years old, finally can party hard. So he's kind of taking it easy today.
Yeah, he's 28.
28. No, he's so 4.
He's so 4. Can I ask you a question unrelated to Bruno, just like tangential?
Dog years?
No, actually, like completely having nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Because I don't want to talk about dog years.
You? I like literally the last thing I want to talk about is doggy hairs. Like I'm fucking traumatized, okay? Not me losing my angel boy at 42, okay? Far too young to go at 42. So much life left to live. I don't want to talk about it.
Who invented dog ears and why?
Somebody stupid and ugly. Like shut up.
Stupid. But maybe it was meant to like make you feel better if your dog passes at 6. That instead he was 42 with like an incurable cancer.
Can I just say something before the thing I was gonna say? Like Theo was so 42.
He was so 42. I don't know about you, but he's feeling 42
and dead. Like it was 42. Boom, dead.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing I was going to talk about is you and I are recording about 30 minutes earlier than we usually do today. And do you feel like that's going to like affect the show at all? I feel like we might be like a little crazy.
Oh, no. Because like after all, it's about 12 minutes earlier.
You have to put your bread in the oven.
After all was said and
iPad.
done, and the gardeners were making noise outside of the room.
Yeah.
So like after all was said and done, it's 12 minutes earlier, and I think we're the same girls we are in 12 minutes from now. And if we're not, then like in 12 minutes from now, the show will like even out.
If we're not, then we deserve everything we have coming to us. Oh wait, speaking of things we have coming to us, tomorrow our final Jizzo show. Let's take a moment to reflect. At a glance, we've done, what is this, like 10 shows now.
What is this?
I don't know. Okay, I know we did 4 at the Beacon.
Okay,
and I'm
of course we all know that.
Yeah, of course. I'm a little murky on how many West Ham did. It was either 4 or 5. So this is
Right.
either our 9th or 10th show.
I like 10. I think 10. And then also if it is only our 9th show, then we could loop in that old Caroline show
if we had
and
to.
say this is our 10th live show.
Well, this is our last live show for this little run we've done. We have no plans to do any more. So like I'm calling it like this is the final one for a good time being.
Yeah.
And it's tomorrow night, Atlantic City, Borgata. I'm really excited about it. I haven't been to Atlantic City in forever, and I'm just sort of feeling like the Atlantic City vibes wash over me. Like I feel like I'm gonna have to be like start acting crazy starting now.
Maybe starting in an hour.
Why? Why wouldn't I put it on the podcast? They love it.
Okay, we'll see where the chips fall. And then maybe you could go gamble them.
Literally. Can we talk about how crazy like that one time I got an IV on the toast was? Like I used to come to the toast hungover all the time, like literally having gone to bed at 4 a.m. on like a Tuesday. I can't believe how different my life is now because I was just watching Hillary from the Soto Method was on Taylor Strecker's podcast because they met at like a panel or whatever, and they were obviously I tuned in because I heard they were speaking glowingly about me. And you know, Hillary, she's so complimentary. Like she can't just say like, oh, Claudia is great. She's really dedicated. Like she had to give like this whole diatribe that seriously like was like the nicest thing anybody's
like
ever
nicer
said.
than anyone said at your wedding, like your bridal shower.
Like God himself could not have written something more beautiful than what she said, just like about like my commitment and how I'm so like she said like I really show up like when I'm with you, like I'm so focused on what I'm doing. Like I'm literally not. But it just like really put into perspective like how much I have changed, you know, how different I am. And
if you ever win a big award and like someone has to introduce you for the award, you should have Hillary do it.
Why wouldn't it be you in this scenario?
Because
let's say
like
you're busy.
I think she would like say some like not that I don't feel those things towards you, but like sometimes I have a hard time like getting it out on paper. Like I think she would give you like the most glowing introduction.
Yeah, she's good with the words.
Yeah.
That's actually a great idea. If somebody wants to give me an award just so I can get Hillary involved, do let me know. Perhaps, you know, a Purple Heart.
Like a lifetime achievement. You really want a Purple Heart. Like
I bring it up all the time.
It's like Targ's Arm Tyke. It's like once a week. Why don't you join the military?
Let me tell you something. It's not that I have this like obsession, like kind of like Sully with the Hudson. Like I don't have an obsession with the Purple Heart.
Or Tarek with the gun.
I kind of like don't know other awards besides like Oscar, you know? But nobody introduces you for an Oscar.
Right. No, except unless you're getting like
a lifetime. I need a Video Vanguard award. That's what I need.
A video. We do videos. Like that's possible. There are other lifetime achievement awards. A Nobel Peace Prize.
2 things. I totally forgot to tell you this. Like you came up on my feed today, like on TikTok in like a supercut.
Scoozy?
It was like a little compilation of little jokes you made on the Kellyanne show.
The Kellyanne
Jackie,
show.
I was cackling. You are funny. Like, I know you are because we do this together, but like it sucks because I'm just like an animal who steamrolls everything. Oh my God, I was cackling. You're just like an old shoemaker with all these old shoes. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You were being so funny. I enjoyed every minute of that supercut.
Thank you so much. And thank you for reminding me to let everyone know if you like want somewhere me in your life, Kellyanne.
Who doesn't?
Kellyanne is a makeup artist, makeup ex Ka. I do call her Ka mostly, but for the
call her
video,
X.
on the video, I really tried to call her Kellyanne.
Yeah.
And she does like really high quality video series of makeup with like influencers, celebrities. She does people's makeup. She does tutorials. And then sometimes she just like chit chats with a girlie and we both do our own makeup. That's what she and I did. And I guess it was super funny. We recorded it months ago back when I was in Florida. It was like so much fun and it was so glamorous. It was so high production value. And that was really fun. But the video, what was I going to say about them? Oh, the shoemaker shoes. It's like, because I was asking her, like, do you always have like a perfect fotch because like you're so great at makeup? And her answer was pretty much like no, for a variety of reasons, but it is like the old saying, like the shoemaker wears old shoes. You would think the shoemaker has the nicest shoes, but he's so busy fixing everyone else's that he's wearing old shoes.
Got it. That's a good analogy. Like, shoemaker, do you live in a shuttle? Like, I can't with you. And you just reminded me, even though like, I don't know, it's supposed to come out today. So I won't say what it is, but it just will say like, I am putting out a piece of, well, I'm not putting out. I was featured on a piece of content today. That might be my best work ever. I just got sent like the final cut 2 days ago because I was told it's coming out today, but I'm not sure if it is.
What is it? Oh, okay.
Jackie, I seriously, like, it's my best work.
Really? Better than the toast?
Yeah, because you want to know why? First of all, I looked so pretty. I was like feeling myself. And two,
Like it was all about you.
It was all about me.
Not about stories, not about your sister.
Exactly.
Like questions about Turdy.
I also knew that like when I went on this platform, I would be speaking to people who aren't my usual folk. It's mostly like younger Gen Z, and like I wanted to impress them. So I was kind of like on my A game, and it might be like if I ever have to send in like a reel or something, I'm sending in this whole thing.
Okay. I mean, honestly, I pretty much like know everything about you, have seen everything that you've done.
No,
like,
it's hysterical.
I'm constantly like in the midst of content with you, but I think I'll watch that.
Yeah, no. By the way, trust and
As
believe.
if I didn't get enough Turdy
It's
in
so
my day.
good. It's so good. I need to.
When does it come out?
I don't know. I thought it was today. I don't know. Just
Not
like,
today.
no, but I think it is.
Well, it's a West Coast thing, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
like
So-
it's still 6:54 there.
Right.
So like they're
No, don't worry. I
sleeping.
already looked it up. It wasn't there.
No, but I want to see like when their last episode came out
2 days ago. With one of your faves.
with one of my faves.
Yeah. So I'm kind of
Oh, it's a twice a week thing. People
Yeah.
are doing that now.
I
A lot
know.
of the podcasts now are doing twice a week.
our influence. Good guys.
Good guys.
Mondays and Thursdays.
It makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, they see
feel like if
successful
you're, like-
women doing it 5 times and they're like, wow.
If you're not doing it twice a week, like seriously, what are you doing?
Oh my God. I just realized how the
Just
30
kidding, I
minute.
don't care.
Jackie, I just realized how the 30 minute like push up is affecting me
The 30-minute push-up.
of toast.
Okay. How? You forgot to brush your teeth?
No.
Your coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, because you didn't finish your coffee, so you're sitting with it.
Not only that, not only did I not finish my coffee, I didn't take a dump.
Oh.
And it's
You
brewing.
didn't schedule your dump.
We actually might have to pause at
Okay,
some
here's
point.
the thing. We could pause at 10:15.
Oh, because you have to get your bread out of the oven?
I was hoping Ben would take the lid off and turn the temperature down, but I could do that at 10:15 and you could
For sure.
drop a deuce.
That's in 20 minutes. And I'm just letting you know, like, the pause is now. Like, it's just, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to everyone. I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh my
That was
God.
like suspiciously quick.
Let me tell you, I washed my hands first of all, because I always wash my hands. But
Like, did you wipe?
I did. I washed my hands. I wiped. I studied, not to be so rude, it was in your children's bathroom. And interesting, Johnson & Johnson switched to the cardboard refills for their,
Yeah.
I was like, what is this carton of milk doing in Jackie's kid's tub?
I saw Zach got it, I guess, from Amazon. I hadn't experienced that yet. I guess it makes sense. Like, we didn't need a new bottle. We just needed more like
course.
fluid. But yeah, it
Good
looks
to
like
see
a
Johnson
milk
&
carton.
Johnson like doing their part.
No, it's like so nice for them because like they get to cut costs and like send me a piece of shite.
And
but
you
then
get
they
like this disintegrating piece of cardboard in your
But
kid's
then they
tub.
get to say they're saving the world.
Can I tell you that kids, what is it, Johnson & Johnson? Like, it's what we've been using since like we were kids.
Yeah.
No tears left to cry or whatever.
Is it no tears? I don't know. It's I use both the yellow and the purple.
Okay, so the yellow and the purple both. They both are the best smelling thing I've ever smelled in my life. And I don't know if I told you this, but I literally used it to give Romeo a bath because I wanted Romeo to smell like that. What? I don't even know how to describe that scent. It's my childhood.
It's like baby.
delicious.
It's so good. And Johnson & Johnson at present, like it's not like the cleanest, but
Is that hard for you?
no, I dabble in everything. Like we do have our clean shampoos and at home, like we use them more. And sometimes I'll like switch off or just use like the Johnson in the hair just to get a little scent of it. but it's not like every day all the time, but it is a special treat.
No, they couldn't come up with a smell like that without using toxic chemicals.
But that's like how I am with my own like shampoos and body washes. Like I mostly use clean stuff, but every once in a while, like I need the good stuff.
You get a little dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that stuff. Like seriously, it's crack to me. That smell. I love it.
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing on the John. And yes, fun fact about me, it's like I can go to the bathroom number 1 or number 2 like so super fast. It's really one of my favorite things about me because people are like, oh, I can't poop like out of my house. Like really, I'm in and out in the work, in a Starbucks. Like I can do it anywhere.
That's great. You should be proud.
No, I'm not proud per se, but I will say it's something I like about myself and I use to my advantage.
You definitely did.
You know who was in my dream last night? Our girl.
We have so many.
Serena Williams. Because you know when you swipe to the left or you swipe right and then you go to the left on your phone, it shows you like a random collection of photos.
Yes, of course.
What are they called? Moments or
memories.
Yesterday and the day before, both days I got that picture of me, you, and Serena Williams, which you guys know is my room in Empire, as the worst photo ever taken of Claudia Oshry. Mm-hmm. I was attacked yesterday and the day before, and that's why Serena was in my dreams because I was thinking about her.
Got it. Was she apologizing to you?
Have you ever seen that photo?
No. I don't see it as much as you do. Obviously, your phone knows that it's an important photo to you, like in a negative way. But every time you show it to me, like I am a bit staggered.
Yeah, no, I'm not being dramatic. Like,
I would like to see it again.
Okay, let me pull it up. Maybe it's in my moments for today. Like seriously, featured photos. That's what it is.
Like, why is it even? Maybe you favorited it once just to always reference it, and that's why it's in your featured photos.
That's literally what I did. Hold on.
Because my featured photos are a lot of like photos that
found it. You're right. It's literally my 3rd favorited photo. Oh my God. It's really crazy. That's really bad, right? And because you look cuter.
Oh my God.
Yeah. This was obviously a time in my life. And I know you guys would see this photo and I will fucking never show it to you. I know you guys would see this photo and be like, oh, you hate it because like you're fatter. When I tell you like my weight has nothing to do with what's so ugly about this photo. First of all, upper lip, where are you? 2, eyeliner, chill. Like seriously chill. 3, spray tan ever. Like I'm so desperately in need of a spray tan. You know what I'm going to do?
You're going to Photoshop it?
Okay. I am going to, I'm going to use like all my apps, all my tips. Like seriously, I'm going to make myself a completely different human being and then I'll post it.
Okay.
Or like just to fulfill some sort of like need inside me to see what this photo really should look like.
Or you could just like let it go.
No. Oh my God. And why on earth?
No, I think a better use of our energy would be like to try and take a new photo with Serena Williams.
Oh, I love that idea. Right? I just feel like she's even harder to access now than she was back then. Like we're so lucky to have this photo.
She goes to a lot of events. And I feel like it's not that uncommon. Like if she were hosting an event that like you would get invited as like an influencer, come meet Serena.
Maybe. Yeah, she has a new Win beauty line. Yeah. Okay. Like honestly, even this editing is not fucking helping. Like some photos are just truly beyond repair. Let's go a little bit more. Okay, and then there's this like little thing you can do. I can do this later. Don't worry.
Yeah,
where I can like make my I could just like make my face smaller.
Now we've exhausted our 12 minutes of extra time.
Oh, okay, that's better. I'll work on it. Just know, like,
stop. Why don't you delete the picture?
No, what would we talk about quarterly if I did?
Tariq.
Okay, that works.
And your Purple Heart. Anyways, are you joining the military or not?
I love my country, but I actually think I would be doing a disservice with my service. Like, I'm the last person who should join the military. Like, seriously, the complaining, the food.
Like, worse than Cadet Kelly.
By the way, Cadet Kelly was like good at her shit.
She was
like,
a trooper.
She had a rough start. I think a lot of young folk do.
It's a lot. It's a culture shock.
I would never adjust to like all of it. You know, you have to wear your hair in like the tightest bun. Like I would just be
that part
complaining.
I would like.
I would be complaining the whole time about like my headache and then just the clothing. Like I just know it wouldn't
like the waking up early, the quarters drop on the bed. That part you'd be good at, the making the bed.
Yeah, I would. Maybe I could be like the bunk maid or something because like I'm not doing the push-ups, but I'll clean the quarters.
Yeah.
But you could enlist for like, you could be a cook in the army. You could be a doctor in the army. You don't have to like be like, in battle. And maybe I could be the maid, like the chambermaid.
I do think like a good way for us to serve our country, and we're actually having this conversation because a lot of military wives are toasters.
And there are a lot of toasters in the military.
And there are a
not
lot of
as
toasters
many
in the military. But, given the gender demographics of our show, like it is more
and
women.
of the army.
And of the army, like, okay, facts.
Like we're not just like making stuff up.
I didn't just want to like stumble into a conversation that I don't want to be
gender.
here.
Yeah,
I don't want to be here. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
But what we need to do is a USO tour.
We do.
Like for the Army wives and the female military members who are toasters.
Yeah. No.
And the husbands and the men too, if they want to come.
I mean, who needs
live?
Who needs a laugh, a
at
belly
West
laugh
Point?
more than somebody who's been to Iraq? Like, seriously, I agree. It would be the greatest thing we could do for our country. And I don't know, like, where do you set those things up? Like, I'm just putting it out. Like, we want to do a USO tour.
We want to do Gisno live at Fort Knox.
Have you like seen those iconic? I feel like they don't do it so much anymore. It was very much like an early 2000s thing. I feel like post 9/11, everyone like got on board for patriotism. And there are so many iconic photos of like Jessica Simpson, Katy Perry, like all the girlies like wearing really cute like America or camouflage themed outfits, like doing USO tours, just like being beautiful and funny and charismatic and talented for the men and women who serve in our country.
No, it's kind of like a gargy-pargy thing. I do see it sometimes still because I follow Gavin DeGraw and like he really respects our servicemen and women. So he does like a lot of performances for them. And I think other people do it too, but we've definitely like lost some of that energy.
Well, we're available, USO entertainment
I don't know if
offices.
you guys have had a live podcast. I really do think like, of course, the military women would love it, but really for like the families.
Now, let me ask you a question, because obviously when you think of like podcasts that should do a live show for the USO tour, like the Toast isn't going to be the first.
No, it's not the most obvious choice, but I think like when you really think about it, you can really make it make sense. And I think we would bring like a lot of laughter and light.
Not to be obnoxious, like, and I don't want it, but I'm just wondering, like, should you get paid for that or no?
I don't know. They kind of have like big budget. It's literally
huge government
like
contract,
federal defense fund.
Just like I just would like a meal stipend or something. I don't know.
Like
we could work out.
The military has big money.
We could work it out on the remix. No, the question I was going to ask is like, obviously we don't come to mind as like the most obvious choice for a USO tour. What podcast does Joe Rogan? Yeah, I feel like everybody in the Army is like real free thinkers.
Yeah, but also it's also the number one podcast in the world. So like the odds are that it's the number one podcast in the barracks.
Yeah. That's true.
That's
well, just an idea.
Odds making. I think also they would like Huberman.
I don't know.
I think they would like Theo Von.
I think they would like Theo Von too. We're just putting it out there. So if like whoever conducts like the entertainment,
I guess they wouldn't like Huberman because Huberman's like, get outside before 7 a.m. And it's like, well,
we've been here since 3.
And our roll call says we have to be in the bunk at 7 a.m. Like,
no, honestly, I think everything Huberman preaches, like our privileges not afforded to you whilst in the Army.
But I actually think everything Huberman preaches is probably part of the regimen in the Army. Like you do get up and see the sun.
Of course.
You do not have coffee before you eat food.
But that's not for wellness. That's just for the schedule.
But maybe like the Army like is trying to get them well and they're on the same page.
And they're onto something.
Yeah, like they're living a healthy lifestyle and that's all Huberman's trying to say.
They know something we don't know.
No, they know like just obvious things that some people need like Huberman to tell them.
Wait, there is low-key an Army base in the Hamptons.
Yeah, there is.
We pass it every time we drive to the West Hampton Theater.
There is.
It's
we
in West
could
Hampton.
start our tour there.
Just an idea.
Like this tour will never break out of West Hampton.
Oh my God. No matter how hard we try, like we want to go national, but like the USO needs us in the Hamptons.
Yeah, we can't get off Long Island. Next we'll be at West Point.
I'm so down. I don't think West Point's in Long Island.
I think it's very much in Long Island.
Really?
Didn't you go there?
No.
On a
like
class
for
trip?
Oh,
yeah.
No. I've never been.
You've never been? It's a fabulous place.
I could see you like having gone to West Point. Was there anyone in your grade who went to West Point?
No. Was there anyone in your grade who went to West Point?
Yes. I wonder how he's doing.
So it's in West Point, New York, which like isn't super helpful.
Right. That's I guess we should have gathered that West Point was in West Point.
No, like it could have been in Jericho.
Yeah.
West Point, New York. So it's 95 miles from
where we currently are.
Yes.
Okay,
And
that probably is Long Island.
wait, no. It's like upstate to the left by like Hudson.
Oh, beautiful too. Beautiful.
Cold Spring near there.
All that to say, we are available and ready to serve our country in whatever. And then of course, once we're on the base, like they'll do like a little like skit for like social media with us where like they make us do like an army crawl. Like that is like my dream.
Okay.
I actually did that when I was in Israel. I went to an IDF base and they like put me through one of their like Krav Maga like sessions and then this obstacle course. Like, let me tell you, that was seriously one of the hardest shits I've ever done.
But did they make a TikTok of it?
No, we took pictures though. This was kind of before TikTok.
Oh, okay. But now you're ready to make a talk.
Oh, I'm so ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just putting that out there.
Have your people contact Bruno.
Brunis, he loves servicemen and women.
How are the stories today?
They're pretty good.
Okay.
Like just there's a couple things we need to talk about regarding
updates.
like pop culture, and that's what we're going to do. So I think now without further ado, and we already burned the 12 minutes that we had allocated. It is time for the Fast 5 stories that you need to know.
And the Fast 5 stories that you need to know today are brought to you by Honey Love. So support for today's episode comes from Honey Love. They have revolutionized the wireless bra game. Their bras feature supportive bonding that eliminates the need for uncomfortable wires and unnecessary bulk. So in the summer heat, you deserve a bra that's lightweight, that's comfortable, but that does not sacrifice support. Embrace your freedom, the flexibility, and comfort with Honey Love's wire-free bras. Plus, they're made with fabric that is so soft, you'll forget you're wearing it. For a limited time only, you can also get Honey Love on sale. We're giving you 20% off your entire order with the exclusive link, honeylove.com/toast. So you'll be able to support our show, but then also check out bras that Jackie and I love. That feeling like when you come home from a long day and the first thing you need to do is take off your bra, like that's not normal. And with Honey Love, like I'm sleeping in my bras. I'm a bra sleeper. Like I don't feel like our bras should be the first thing we take off when we get home. That's how you know you're not wearing the right bra. And I think a lot of us like want to get rid of the underwire, but that does sacrifice support, and support is the whole reason why we're wearing a bra. Well, thanks to Honey Love, you don't have to sacrifice one for the other. Honey Love is just a brand that I also love and trust. I've been wearing their shapewear for years. They're power short. They are sculpting, they are flattering without constricting, so you can actually breathe and also go to the bathroom. So Honey Love is not just supporting women, they empower women. Treat yourself to the best bras on the market and save 20% off at honeylove.com/toast. That's our exclusive link for 20% off at honeylove.com/toast. You'll be able to find your perfect fit, and after you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about Honey Love, and please support the toast and tell them that we sent you. Elevate your comfort, elevate your style with bras that empower your lifestyle of flexibility. Today's episode, it is also brought to you by LaCroix. That's right, introducing LaCroix sparkling water. Are you looking for refreshing flavor and sparkle without the guilt? Then look no further, because it's zero guilt and zero compromises with LaCroix. They're all about 0 calories, 0 sweeteners, and 0 sodium. Enjoy the fizz and the flavor without guilt or compromising your health. I have been a LaCroix girl for many years, and I can't explain like why LaCroix is just different when it comes to sparkling beverages. Their array of flavors are fabulous. I usually go for like a very standard lemon lime. I can't lie, I got addicted to LaCroix the first time I ever stayed at Brian Kelly's house. He's like a LaCroix home. Now I am as well. It's so good. I love their flavors. And every time they come up with a new flavor or I see a new flavor, I'm like, oh no, that's like kind of crazy. Not for me. Pamplemousse. So good. So good. You're going to rip that pamplemousse from my cold, dead hand, which makes sense because it's like, you know, citrusy. I'm obviously like a citrus queen. So LaCroix sparkling water is available nationwide. You can find a list of retailers at www.lacroixwater.com. Join the LaCroix community on social media as well at LaCroix Water to share your favorite flavors and connect with other LaCroix enthusiasts. Make LaCroix your go-to beverage for a healthier alternative with no calories and no sweeteners. It is the perfect way to stay hydrated and enjoy a refreshing drink. LaCroix is all about unique flavor, good health, and love. I mean, that's so us.
That's so us.
Love.
Good health.
Good flavor.
Unique.
I mean, who's more unique than us? LaCroix. That's who. So you can shop LaCroix. It's available nationwide, and you can find a list of retailers at lacroixwater.com, and make sure to follow them on social media at LaCroix Water, CROIX, LaCroix Water, LaCroix Beerman Water, and share your favorite flavors and connect with other members of the LaCroix lovers community. Today's episode is also brought to you by GNC. Whether you're on GLP-1, trying to lose weight your own way, you're probably tired of thinking about it. Counting calories, worrying about cheat meals, cheat days, cheat weeks, what to eat, when to eat. It really doesn't end. And that's why we love GNC and their line of total lean shakes. They taste great, and we do not have to worry about the nutrition or the calories. So of course, we don't have them for every meal, but they're really good grab and go meal replacement. Also just a snack if you need something really filling. They've got 25 grams of protein, super filling, plus a full profile of vitamins, minerals. You probably won't even get that from whatever you were going to eat. The GNC total lean shakes are 180 calories or less. They come in amazing flavors. You might know that I like the cookies and cream, although I have recently been really getting into the French vanilla. Swiss chocolate is another one of their really popular flavors. Vanilla bean, strawberries and cream, banana cream, and more. Best of all, GNC Total Lean Shakes feature 0 added sugar. They are clinically proven to improve weight loss. What more can you say except?
You're welcome.
So GNC right now, you can save 15% on all my weight management favorites at GNC. As you guys know, I shop at GNC all the time for hydration supplements, dietary supplements, protein bars, protein shakes. I love their line of Total Lean. So if you go to gnc.com/toast, you'll see all my weight management favorites, and use my code TOAST15 at checkout to save yourself a little coin. You know,
your WMFs.
Yes, that's gnc.com/toast, code TOAST15 at checkout. Thank you, GNC, for not only sponsoring today's show, but really a lot of shows. We appreciate you.
Head to GNC for the WMFs.
She said what she said.
Are you ready for our first story?
Mm-hmm.
Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson break up, call off their engagement after 7 years together. So this is just breakup season, apparently. Did anybody know that?
No, do you think at all, and maybe I'm just crazy, like celebrity publicist timeline Like maybe they've been broken up for a couple of weeks and they're
But they were
looking for the right moment.
Oh, Molly May and Tommy broke up. Like, let's shove you
Sarah
in
Foster and Tommy Haas, like, because then they're just sort of grouped in together and you're not thinking about one solo breakup in solitude.
Perhaps. And I think that these two, like, as much, it's weird because on the one hand, like, they're a long-term relationship. This is sad to see, but I don't know if anybody's like personally invested in their relationship.
No, maybe Ellen DeGeneres, because she like sits up and stabs needles of into her Dakota Johnson voodoo doll. For me, and not to make everything about myself, this is crazy for me because like you telling me that these people have been together for 7 years. Like I remember where I was when I, saw the first picture of them. That was 7 years ago. Time needs to stop moving so quickly.
Time is flying.
7 years.
There was something, you want to hear something crazy that I was just thinking about?
I love to hear crazy things that you're thinking about.
We have been doing the redheads.
Let me guess. 3 years.
Almost in like our February anniversary will be our 5 years.
Wow.
That's a long time.
That's a long time for a passion project.
And that's a long time for a podcast even.
Yes. Well, then I was thinking, not to make everything about myself, like we were doing this show when Dakota and Chris Martin started dating. So like we have literally been doing the show forever.
Yeah.
Like slay. Not us like still crushing it.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that.
Do we have to?
Okay, I do want to talk about them because
Yes.
like a part of me is sad. I feel like they were such a solid couple and they had such a good thing going. And like, why after 7 years? Like,
I know.
Like what changed? You knew who he was. You knew who she was. Like, you knew like where she would like have a messy bathroom and vice versa.
No, I thought that these two were a fabulous couple. I cannot lie. I loved the Gwyneth co-parenting. Like that whole ecosystem seemed to be going really, really well. I think they're equal levels of fame and wealth. I think they probably have similar personalities. They're both like a little granola, I feel. This was a celebrity couple I barely thought of. Like I didn't think of them every day, maybe not even every week. But every time I did, I'm like,
They were always
them.
like solid, doing serious things, blending their families. I feel sorry for Gwyneth because like Dakota is her friend.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, who's Chris going to bring into the house next? Like, am I going to like this
rotating door of women.
Am I going to like this person being around my children? Like
Yeah.
they had a nice thing going.
They did.
Now it's destabilized. I don't like destabilization.
She doesn't like destabilization, and I don't like anti-disestablishmentarianism,
And you're not wrong for that.
No, I'm not.
People try and tell you like, Dirty, you should like it. Like, shut up.
I know. They're always kind of coming for my neck in the comments. Like, I can't believe Turdy doesn't like anti-disestablishmentarianism. And
Are
to
you
that I say,
anti-disestablishmentarianism or are you pro-disestablishmentarianism?
I am anti-disestablishmentarianism.
So you're pro-disestablishmentarianism.
Exactly, although that's not a word. Actually, why wouldn't it be?
Why wouldn't it be?
It's just, is it the second longest word because it's one letter less than anti-disestablishmentarianism?
You mean it's 4 letters less?
No, pro.
No. But you don't have to be pro. You could just be disestablished.
No, pro.
Oh my God. And do you know what anti-disestablishmentarianism means?
Like communism?
Opposition to the disestablishment of the Church of England. Oh, so you are pro-disestablishment.
Wait, I don't get it.
Wait, no. So we were anti-disestablishment. Like you like the Church of England, right? You have no problem? Do you want to assemble
I
it?
feel like this is a loaded question. Like, I don't know the history. I'm sure there's like stuff in there I don't agree with. But like the Church of England, no, they're not on my list of nemesis.
Right. So you are anti people who want to disestablish it.
Yes, I'm an anti-disestablishmentarianist.
Great.
I learn something new about myself every day here at the Toast.
And is it still the longest word in the dictionary? It is estimated to be the 6th longest word in the Oxford Dictionary.
Wait, who's going to tell that girl from the Pacifier movie? She's always like, anti-disestablishmentarianism.
The longest word.
Let me say.
Listen, you guys, I can barely pronounce the Maj Dijon. I've got to take the lid off my bread. You work on that.
Ow, you stepped on my toe. Oh my God, my toe is broken. Pneumano ultramicroscopic siliconavanonic coniosi. That didn't sound right. Pneumano ultramicroscopic silicovolcaniosis. Literally slate it. Pneumano ultramicroscopic silicovanoliosis. Something of that nature. Yeah. I feel like I got it. And there's like oh my God, you stepped on my fucking toe again.
Someone took the lid off.
Oh my God, it's a conspiracy.
No, I had texted Ben, but he I could sense from his answer, like it wasn't perhaps going to happen. So I'm like, I can just do it. But someone did it. It's really a team effort around here.
So you came and broke my toe twice for no reason.
Yeah, but you know what? Like I burned myself earlier and you don't hear me complaining.
Okay, I just want you to know, like, you got up, you like changed everything. You're literally out of frame. Like, come closer to me. I know it pains you.
I'm literally in frame. I always sit on the crack.
No. When you sit on the crack, you have to be on the other side of the crack.
I'm in the frame.
You're in frame, but like not in the way that you need to be.
Like my spot is still warm.
Sure.
This is where I sit. Nothing feels different.
So back to Dakota and Chris. Let me say this. I'm upset. I am like potentially excited about the idea of Dakota being back on the singles list because I think she's fabulous. Like, I think this is another thing I talk about, not quarterly. I would say like biannually. I really like that bitch. Like, I think she's got style. She's got grace. She's got pizzazz. She's one of my favorite Nepo babies. And it's exciting to see what she has up her sleeve.
Yeah, though, I don't know. I feel like she's like a tough, like not what you'd think. Like she's going to need like a quirky guy. Like I actually feel like Chris Martin was like the right.
Yeah. And all that to say,
the
like,
right guy for her.
If we went to the same high school, like I probably wouldn't have liked her. Like I don't think we would get along personality wise, but I like what I see from afar.
That's how I feel about a lot of people that I like as celebrities. It's like, we're probably not going to, gal around town, but I like you from afar.
Well, that's also important to remember when you're talking about celebrities who like act or sing is if you went to high school with them, like they would have been in the theater department. And, obviously there's a stereotype and a stigma about those kids. And if you were not of that life, like you probably would have thought they were weird.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, all celebrities, even like the hottest, coolest ones at their core, if they do acting or singing or theater, like at their core, they were like probably like nerdy in high school. You just have to keep that in mind.
And or they've been in Hollywood for so long that they're not real people. Like they don't know how to function.
Yeah.
That's how I'm feeling. Not to go back because it's not a story today, but like Blake Lively, the interviews that are resurfacing, like her personality in some of these interviews is just like
awful.
Not swirly.
No, not at all.
And it's like a combination of things. Like one, this is a theater, an artist. Like
right.
I don't want to hang or talk with an artist. Okay.
Yeah. I do not want to hang or talk with an artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like the way her and Parker Posey are talking
awful.
in that interview, like
oh
that's
my God.
two artists talking about their like nonsense art. Like I don't want to be a part of the conversation. I don't even want to hear the conversation.
By the way, we're not gonna like get into it, but that Parker Posey thing was a major throwback. I'm like Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah. Oh my God, I couldn't
Josie and the Pussycats.
place her.
She's like
Josie,
the main manipulator.
She's the main manipulator.
I want to say this because I have long been up until the saga like Team Blake, and those interviews that have been resurfacing like are genuinely cringe, especially that one with the baby bump. That one, Parker Posey, is horrible. People are like pulling videos. A lot of videos have gone viral, and I don't think they're as harmful as people say they are. Like the friendship bracelet, as at the It Ends With Us premiere, somebody gave her a bracelet. She was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. Like I'm gonna give it to my whatever because it doesn't like go with my outfit." Like fine. And then like people are like, that's so rude because other people put them on like directly. Okay.
No, like literally she's dressed to the nines. This is her big night. She doesn't want to wear your ugly bracelet. Like stop. Why would she wear your like homemade bracelet?
Not only that, like that didn't bother me at all. The Parker Posey one is different. But I am not into this thing where we now go back and like assess people's behavior from the last 30 years. To me, even the most amazing person on the planet, everybody has bad moments, right? And it's unfortunate that so many of these were filmed.
But you're going to pluck every single one. So say, and by the way, if there's like 4 or 5 over the last 15 years of her career, that's actually like not a lot. But then to draw this correlation when it's like, but what about all the other stuff? Does that prove your point? If not, like then your point, you've got a problem. But I don't like going to old interviews to make your point from today, especially all of those interviews were public. You saw them.
The
if you did not have a problem with them at the time, and no one did, and there was never this narrative of Blake Lively that she's like rude or whatever. No one had a problem with these interviews. Like to now use them against her for this larger point, like the argument doesn't land for me.
Although I will say, just to correct you, that Parker Posey one was uploaded to YouTube 2 days ago. The entertainment journalist who's, I think she's European and she's like kind of a Juliana Rancic, if you will. She just uploaded it. She must be having the time of her life because she obviously fucking hates, and she uploaded it being like, this is the interview that like literally made me want to quit my job. I do believe this is the first time it's ever hit the interwebs.
She never published it.
Would you?
I mean, so what, they got an interview with Blake Lively and then they don't put it out?
I think.
Really?
I think it was uploaded to YouTube like this week.
Maybe like again, but it never came out for the first time.
I don't think so.
That's so crazy because because it was just like, why even? Now watching it, we see that it's because Blake looks bad, but like, why would they not post that? Right. That's interesting too. Mm-hmm. And then she did another interview right after. Like she was sitting and doing interviews all day. Like where are all those interviews? What was she like in those interviews. Anyways, all to say, yeah, 2 artists talking about their art, like, no thanks, unsubscribe, like that's not.
And
for
also
me.
that one was like a Woody Allen movie, so it wasn't like a Deadpool. It was like seriously Cafe Society.
No,
like,
but okay, but that makes it like more insufferable. Like, but at
Yeah,
least
that's what
they're
I'm saying.
talking about like something like that and not a Deadpool, like non-serious movie. At least like Woody Allen, like they're all taking their stuff so seriously.
Yeah.
She was in a Woody Allen movie?
Allie in the movie? I guess so. That's kind of crazy.
I didn't know that. That's so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, all's to say, yet stop being surprised when celebrities have bad personalities.
They're literally theater geeks.
There's theater geeks who like have been like
by the way, they're theater geeks who have their whole life been dismissed, mocked, whatever. And now they're cooler, famous, and more rich than everyone who's ever been mean to them. Like, of course.
And I feel like for Blake Lively, I actually feel like maybe she wasn't a theater geek. I feel like she was so gorgeous and beautiful. Like she literally graduated high school and then was in Sisterhood of the Traveling Pens, and she was probably like the most popular girl in her high school. Also, that person like can't talk to them. You can't talk to them.
So true.
And now she's been in Hollywood for over 15 years. Like she was Serena. She's Ryan Reynolds' wife. Like she's the pageant queen. Like stop
Taylor Swift's best friend.
Expecting her to be a relatable person.
So true. Even though I feel like what I've learned about her through this process, which like seriously, I wasn't someone who kept up with her up before a week ago, is that there are a lot of parts of her life that are deeply relatable. Like you wouldn't think she would be such a hands-on mom and such like they say she's like a full working mom. Like she works full time and she's also a full-time caretaker. So I feel like there are actually a lot of things about her that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Looks like that crisis PR that Justin Baldoni hired is working. Now that you're like in it a little bit more, do you see, like, I feel like everyone has sided. Like Blake Lively is they're trying to cancel Blake Lively right now. Like I feel like Justin Baldoni has won.
It's ongoing.
Yeah. Well,
he's
the allegations,
winning the battle, but the war is ongoing.
Yeah, because there were allegations that came out about him, but they were small. And I think the internet kind of shrugged them off that like, he made comments about Blake Lively's weight and that he lingered when they had like kissing scenes. She felt uncomfortable because he like kissed her like way past what was necessary.
So I saw that. And of course, and like she's postpartum and of course that like raises the hair on the back of your neck. Like you don't make a comment. And then I saw that like he was asking what her weight was because he has to pick her up in a scene and he has back problems. Like shut up. Okay. If you can't like pick up a lady, doesn't matter if she lost the last 10 pounds. You can't pick her up. Don't
what's the difference? What's the difference?
Don't be the big strong man. I don't want a leading man with back problems.
No, and I just want to say, like, and now, yes, I am firmly Team Blake. So maybe you guys are going to be like, Claudia, you're being crazy. But like, I want to say, this is a man who all he does is wake up and care about women, right? That's what people say about him. And he obviously knows, like,
the first rule of women, you don't ask their weight.
Right. So it's like if you love women so much, like you should risk an injury before asking anyone. And he didn't ask Blake directly. He went about it in the proper channels. Like he asked like the
worse.
He asked the coordinator.
Worse.
Intimacy
to
coordinator.
everyone on set talking about her weight.
Right. So I just want to say, like, you care about women so much. You risk an injury, you risk paralysis of your back before asking a woman's weight, especially a woman who just had her 4th child.
Yeah, but like, I'm sorry. If you like can't do the dirty dancing move, like you can't play the lead.
Then you're not a leading man.
In my romantic film.
You are not a leading man. If you need to know how much a woman weighs before, if you can lift her up, like you can't lift up any women. Yeah, fired.
So I saw that and the lingering kiss thing, but these are like, if those are the big charges. I actually saw a good theory that was like, I think Justin leaked those things because it makes Blake look bad that like the whole cast and crew was against Justin for like these 2 small things.
That can really be explained away, like for real.
Yeah.
Like lingering on a kiss too much. I can see that.
That's not a thing. They're doing a kissing movie. If you don't like kissing, don't do the movie.
And maybe you should be like that actor from Desperate Housewives who doesn't kiss anyone who isn't his wife.
Every day I wake up and think about that guy and he makes more and more sense to me. Like watching Blake and Ryan on a red carpet for a movie where she is intimate with like 2 men who like seriously look like him and are his same age and like why not him is so weird to me.
Agreed.
It's so weird that Ryan Reynolds interviewed Brendan Sklarner.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me.
No, that guy, he's onto something. He's really onto something.
It's so weird.
And don't get me twisted. Like, I'm becoming a movie star. Like, I'm taking all the roles. Ben's becoming a movie star. You're the guy from Desperate Housewives.
Seriously, could you imagine kissing another guy for a movie?
Oh, it like seriously gives me the willies.
It's so weird. That's why I'm saying, like, stop expecting actors and actresses to, like, be simpatico with the lay people. They're not. They kiss people that aren't their husbands and then make their husband go interview them.
These are obviously people who are deeply unwell.
Like, they're just different.
Like
Built different. for the art. Okay.
So that wasn't a story, but like
that
there's your
wasn't a
catch
story.
up.
There's your catch up. Chris and Dakota are done. Like
Devastated.
seriously, check on Gwyneth.
Love his dad.
Love died this week. That's
Who
for
am
sure.
I?
Love. Rip Love this
Literally.
week. Still no update on Melly Mae and Tommy. We wait. And we pray. Are you ready for our next story?
Yes.
Two great people coming together. Not romantically, but musically.
Even better.
Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars dropped a collab song last night called Died with a Smile. So Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars just woke up and decided, like, let's have a great day.
To be gift givers.
Like, let's make today a great day for everyone. It's Bruno Weinreb's birthday. Bruno Weinreb is named after Bruno Mars because that's Zach and I's favorite artist together. And he was like, happy birthday, Bruno. Here's a new song with Lady Gaga, Bruno's mommy's favorite artist.
To be honest, like these are two people who haven't released new music in a really long time. And there's like a lot of anticipation for both of them. So for them to have come at it together, and these are two people who are deeply talented when it comes to performing, songwriting, vocals. You actually, there isn't enough hype for this. Like, and I love that they didn't see that coming in 3 weeks. Oh, we're releasing a song. You have a few hours to get ready. I loved every part of this.
Yeah. And then
Thank
the
you.
song itself, I've listened to it once. Musically, so good. They sound so good. I could see it's like slow and fast. It's great. And I know that it's going to grow on me. And this is what they said about their collaboration.
I didn't even know these two like knew each other.
I know. Gaga said, Bruno and I have a lot of mutual respect for each other. And we're talking about collaborating. This is literally something I would say. I was finishing up my own album in Malibu, and one night after a long day, Bruno asked me to come to his studio to hear something he was working on.
Obsessed.
It was around midnight when I got there, and I was blown away when I heard what he had started making.
Do you think it was Silk Sonic? Like that's what he had played for her? Or the collab?
No, I think this is like future stuff.
Okay.
Gaga said she and Mars both stayed up all night to finish writing and recording the instantly timeless ballad. She said Bruno's talent is beyond explanation.
It's so true.
Agreed. His
Did you
musicianship...
say anything about Romeo in there?
His musicianship and vision is next level. You hear that? There's no one like him, she said.
This is why it's so important to like live in a good neighborhood because you never know who's going to text you in the middle of the night being like, hey, can you come by and like help me out with this thing? Next thing you know, you're on this huge feature.
Yeah.
This is probably why my music career hasn't taken off because I don't live in Malibu.
This is a standalone single rather than the first taste of an upcoming album by either of them. But this shows that they were both working on music when they worked on this together.
So like not only do we have this collab right now, we also have the promise of a new Lady Gaga and a new Bruno Mars album.
And that's what the world actually needs, a new Bruno Mars album.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars can unite the world. He's the only one.
We also have like a referendum on Bruno Mars every couple of months and perhaps
I
now's
don't
the
want to
time.
talk about where has he been, his gambling debts.
No, and that's all rumors and you know, we never give into rumors here. What I was
But
going to say.
honestly, it's like his namesake
Tough
with
times.
who's fallen into major debt.
I remember a time when like Bruno Mars, remember that year where he won every single Grammy and then like seriously went on tour for 4 years for the same album? Like they don't make albums like that anymore where you have an album so good that of course you sweep, but that you can seriously tour and make millions and millions off of it for years to come. Silk Sonic obviously was like cool, but not at that level. Like, and I think it was a fun passion project for him. I don't think the two of them are like a duo for life. And I liked, you know, that one part. This bitch got me paying her rent, paying for trips, diamonds on her neck, diamonds on her wrist. Like I loved it. But I need the Bruno, you know, the Bruno. And I love how Bruno doesn't like play these Hollywood games. Like he just kind of like does his own thing. Like I love him.
No, I absolutely love and adore him. Like everything he does puts a smile on my face. And it makes sense that his song is called Die With a Smile.
And I just think when he was born and growing up, he was probably like, oh my God, like, why am I short? Like he would probably like, he's probably my height. Like he is super, super short. And I think his whole life, it was probably this thing that plagued him. Like as being a man, the worst thing you can be is short. Like you can be seriously like the ugliest person alive. But if you're 6 feet, like girls are like, oh my God. And now with retrospect, I'm sure he understands why he would be too powerful. Like he's super handsome.
Yeah.
Super talented. You can't be all of those things. If he was tall.
Or maybe if he was tall, he would have just like rested on that because he's like so good looking and then he'd be tall and he'd be like, okay, everybody loves me. I don't
And he
have
has
to
a
try
good
so
voice,
hard.
like so we would get girls.
Yeah, but like, you know, having to prove himself.
It was the best thing that ever happened.
Proveth maketh man.
If he had been a foot taller, he wouldn't be Bruno Mars. He
No.
would just be some guy. He probably would like sing at like a local cafe, you know, weekly.
and get like lots of girls and say, this is the life. Hold on tight.
He probably had like 11,000 Instagram followers, you know, guys like that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And verified because he bought it.
No, and like, yeah, he would have some shirtless pics.
Yeah.
Like, oh, bought verification. Agreed. Not bought followers. Like he would have 11,000
He would have 11,000 solids like from local community events. But his verification would be because he paid for it, not because
he earned it.
He has so many like fake accounts of him that they don't know which one's the real Bruno.
So all's to say,
thank you
to
Gaga and Bruno.
Exciting. We're gonna be blasting it this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Are you ready for our next story, which is a little more music news?
Number 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even though we are a part of Big Katy, we are going to share negative news about her because a probe has been launched into Katy Perry over her illegal video shoot in Ibiza.
Wait, what?
The authorities in Spain are investigating U.S.
This
pop
bitch
star.
Can't catch a break. Let me tell you, they are after Katy.
They're investigating her team due to a music video shot illegally in a nature reserve on Ibiza.
Oh, no. One thing you cannot fuck with is nature.
It's true. The producers of the video had not applied for a filming permit, according to the Balearic Islands Ministry of Environment in Palma on the main island of Mallorca.
They're not wrong for that.
Perry filmed the video for her new single Lifetimes on Ibiza and the neighboring island of Formentera. The singer was initially unavailable for comment due to the filming carried out without permission. Preliminary investigations have been initiated, the ministry said. However, the authority emphasized that in principle, no environmental offense is suspected, as photo and video recordings in the affected nature park are permissible with prior permission.
Oh.
In the video, she can be seen in the holiday spirit, running and dancing through the dunes, jumping from rocks into the Mediterranean Sea, or partying in clubs.
Okay, what does this remind you of?
Vanessa Hudgens carving her name into a tree.
Jackie, we literally have the same brain. I can't believe you said that.
We do the same thing every single day.
Yes.
We know the same stories.
Remember when Austin Butler and Vanessa and Hudgens were like the best couple ever, and they like were just living their life, posting on Instagram. They carved their initials into a tree. Turns out the tree they carved it into was like a part of this nature preserve. It was like 1,000-year-old tree, and like I think they had to pay a fine. They got in so much trouble, and they had to delete the Instagram. This reminds me of that. Although it sounds like she didn't do any damage, and the part that she like filmed in is a part you can film in. You just need proper credentials.
But it's crazy to film a music video without a permit.
No. And it's like, okay, independent artists. Yeah, they're like running in the middle of the night to this nature preserve, like filming on an iPhone. You literally are one of the biggest artists in the world. Like, get the fucking permit.
Yeah, you need a permit for everything.
Unexcusable. And let me just say this, in my adult life, like I have come to really respect and be grateful for like these nature preserves. There's one nearby here. I've been going to it, like going on hikes. So they're so well taken care of because of annoying rules like this. Like you can't just like pull up with a crew and start filming in my hiking path. Like I think these rules are in place for a reason. And so many of the most beautiful parts of this country, of this planet, are what they are because there are like, you know, committees dedicated to taking care of it. And I'm sorry, these rules need to be abided by, not to be like a Karen and an Ark, but they do.
Yeah, I agree. So
not cool.
Do better, Katy.
Literally do better, although Lifetimes.
So good. So I really like the sound of new Katy sound.
I know what you're going to say.
That I don't
Surface?
love the what?
Surface lyrics? Like she says nothing in the music.
Fine by me.
Okay.
Like I don't need all of my music to like go beneath the surface.
We have Taylor for that.
We have a lot of deep music. Like sometimes I just need a bop. The visuals, like I'm not like loving the visuals. So like this video, I barely even saw it. But like everything is just like her running around in a bathing suit. Like it's not doing it for me.
I agree. Wait, also I meant to tell you about a song that you need to listen to because I know like you've sort of like not been hit with Chapel Roan. And the more I think about it, like there's a lot of Chapel Roan music like I don't think you would like. Pink Pony Club, like that's your new song.
Okay.
Just add it to your list.
Okay.
When we dance at the club, like trust.
Okay. I'll think about it.
Just do it.
My bread was taken out. Thank you.
Like, remember when I put you onto Megan Maroney? Was I wrong about that?
No, you weren't. You weren't. Are you ready for our fourth story?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh my God, no.
I didn't think you
were.
Are
you?
I wasn't. But then you said you were, so I said, okay.
Our fourth story that's brought to you by KiwiCo. They're delivering seriously fun learning for kids of all ages through hands-on projects and activities.
Yes.
So basically, each month, kids are going to receive crates packed with engaging hands-on activities designed to introduce them to exciting science, technology, and art concepts. There's always something new for kids to discover, like engineering robots or engineering about the science of ice cream. So they have 9 monthly programs to choose from. KiwiCo has something for kids of all ages, ranging from infants up to preschoolers and teens and beyond. So discover real science, technology, engineering, art, and math concepts through fun hands-on projects that are delivered to your door every month. As parents, aunties, we know it can be hard to find creative ways to keep your children engaged, challenged, and of course, paramount, off of their screens. KiwiCo does the legwork for you so you can spend quality time tackling projects with your kids. There's something fun for kids of all ages. There is no commitment, so you can pause or cancel at any time the subscription. Cultivate your child's natural curiosity while engaging them to innovate and create and think creatively. They'll explore new worlds, rediscover familiar ones without leaving home, give them the tools to learn new skills, build new experiences, and make new connections to the broader world, from discovering science of magic to engineering a domino machine and more. So redefine learning with play. Explore projects that build confidence and problem-solving skills with KiwiCo. Also, get 50% off your first month on any crate line at kiwico.com. Our promo code is TOAST. That's 50% off your first month at KIWI. co.com, promo code TOAST, kiwico.com, promo code TOAST. Today's episode is also brought to you by Quince. Shifting our wardrobe from summer to fall is always a challenge, but luckily, Quince offers timeless, high-quality items that we adore, ensuring our wardrobe stays fresh and that we don't blow our budget. About a year ago, I made a commitment to stop buying like disposable clothes and really investing in much less clothing, but better clothing, and Quince is the best place to do that. One, because all of their items are super cute, timeless, really chic. But I think it's one of the best ways to do it that isn't going to blow your budget. So they've got cashmere sweaters, which I know sounds really intimidating, but they start at $50. They've got pants for every occasion. I've got amazing black trousers that are like really good for work. Washable silk tops, so much more. The best part about Quince is that all their items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. They do that by partnering directly with top factories and then cutting out the cost of the middleman and passing the savings on to you. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes, which we love. You know who else loves that? Jackie Goldschneider. She says they're using top quality fabric, and I can attest to that. My cashmere sweater I've had for now like 2 seasons. It's worn so well. The trousers that I have, not me wearing, I like how I'm like, oh, what a coincidence. The cardigan I'm wearing is from Quince. I wear this cardigan every day. This is from Quince. So make switching seasons a breeze with Quince's high quality closet essentials. Go to quince.com/toast for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/toast to get free shipping and 365-day returns, but only when you go to quince.com/toast. That's QUINCE.com/toast.
Thank you, /turd.
You're welcome.
Our next story, Taylor Swift is back doing shows. So she did London Wembley Stadium last night. Brought out Ed Sheeran. Very exciting.
Did like a little medley of all the songs they've done. It's so funny. It's like all my least favorite Taylor songs are the Ed collabs. Like I don't like any of them except Endgame. Everything
I don't
has
like
changed.
Endgame.
Oh, I do.
I like Everything Has Changed.
I really like that little rap. Oh
my God.
And I got to top with my shoulders. Reputation. Like that song is actually eats. And the performance in the Reputation tour, like really gave me a new respect for that song. Like that song is good.
Oh, wow. Okay. That is so funny. It's not my favorite.
Like Forever Winter, that red bonus track. What are they called? Vault song with Ed Sheeran. Like not my favorite.
Did they sing that too?
No, that wasn't a part of the medley.
Everything Has Changed and Endgame.
Was there no third?
And then Thinking Out Loud.
Oh, yeah.
His song.
Like that.
Not hers.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, really cute. And that's her friend and he's British. So
yeah,
that's fun.
Oh my God. And like who is like more important to the British people? That's like, if you were there, that's probably like the best thing to ever happen to a British person.
Yeah. And I do feel like she usually brings out people of lesser like star quality.
Collaborators who are not on her level.
Yeah. Like people who have opened for her.
Yep.
To bring out like someone so major, like that's pretty freaking cool.
Okay. There is also a lot of people talking about this. This is obviously the first show she's done since the Vienna cancellation.
Yeah. And is it the first show since the stabbing?
I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. I feel like no. I think maybe like Munich or one of those Warsaw. Yeah. That was weird. Warsaw. So there's just like been a lot of like hype obviously for this, but also like given the context of what's going on and all, which that came before literally. And she got like a little tear in the opener, like if you look at some of the Getty images, and she like took a moment to like look around, which she always does, but she's very like, she doesn't cry, but she has like, tears watery eyes. Emo. I mean, it's emotional.
Yeah, it's a lot. And also, so she's in London. The stabbing was in the UK. She's also been met privately with the families of the victims of the stabbing attack.
Which we knew she would. She's not like obnoxious. She's not going to like post like pictures with everyone in the hospital beds. Like she moves quietly and she does the right thing always. And she goes above and beyond.
So like that's on her mind. Plus the fact that like all of this was, in someone's view to harm these people, like it's a lot to take in, and then also she's emerging like triumphant. This is a huge moment for her.
This is like her 6th show at Wembley. She's like making I don't know how you don't cry.
It's emotional.
I don't know how you don't cry after Vienna. Like nothing even happened in Vienna, but like you think about the magnitude of what it had happened, and it's literally like, I don't know how Ariana Grande like ever got out of bed after what happened. Like it's the weight of that is so, and I'm sure it's every artist's worst nightmare. Like when you get to a level, like you become a target no matter what, like when you get to a certain level. And like obviously the gratitude you feel that it didn't happen, but also like the worry for every single show. And I know that they stepped up their security precautions, and I'm sure moving forward it'll be even, you know, harder to get tickets and harder to what, like, but like how can you not cry?
Yeah.
And I'm so glad, you know, everything was good, yada yada. But
yeah,
Pitt USA, like forever.
Yeah, but night one, great. Looking forward to see what she has in store for the rest of Wembley.
There are certain cities that are Taylor Swift coded. Like New York is one of them. You know when you're at a show. That's why we went to Nashville. Like obviously we love Nashville, but it's a very Taylor show city. LA, Nashville, London, New York, pretty much anywhere she has a house.
Yeah.
Boston. You know that these are, and all Taylor shows are big. That's not what I'm saying. But you know that like something major is going to happen.
But also like there are so many of these cities that have songs about them. Like it's just, there's so much lore. Of course, every city is Gargi.
No, but then
Paris.
Like, right. And then given the amount of shows that you do, like I don't even think anything's so crazy about LA when it comes to Taylor, but she did like 8 shows. So you know that's like a special city. And London is just one of those cities. Obviously she loves London more. She has a million songs with London in the title. And all of her friends, she spent like years living there. So I think tonight we'll probably get something else, maybe Reputation. There's a lot of people are really waiting for Reputation. I'm not. Like the re-recordings are amazing and I love what they've done for Taylor's career, but like personally, I don't need them right now. I need new music.
Yeah.
Not even because we have TTPD.
No.
Like I'm satisfied.
I still haven't listened to the second half of TTPD.
Jackie,
really.
It's so crazy.
I've heard some of the songs, but
it's better. It's better. You're being insane.
I've heard some of the songs and it wasn't enough to make me like, I keep going back to starting at the beginning of the album, which for me is the song TTPD because Fortnite is a skip.
Wow. Even though they mention move to Florida, buy the car you want. That's literally your life story.
Yeah.
Give it a chance. The second half. Like I'm telling you, you're wrong.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying like I haven't made it there yet.
No, I know. And I had the same experience like the first couple of days. I was like, I kept starting at the top and then I knew like the first, you know, half of songs so well and I didn't even know. But now when I listen to the album, I start halfway. It's better.
Okay. Well, I have that experience waiting for me. You just said you want new music. I have new Taylor music.
So true. When you move slow, like you always have new music.
I have so much new music waiting for me.
Yeah.
So are you ready for our 5th story?
Yeah. A
little exciting hosting news, actually, because Eugene and Dan Levy are officially set as the hosts of the Emmys.
Oh.
That's
good.
Yeah, with less than a month to go before the 76th Emmy Awards, the telecast hosts are finally set. As expected, the father-son duo of Eugene Levy and Dan Levy, I think they're like Levy, but I'm sorry, like Levy, your name is Levy.
No, by the way, they are 1000% Levy because they're Canadian.
Stop.
But like as Jews, like we know it's a Jewish last name, like Levy.
They're like trying to run from it. Stop. You're Levy, you're Jewish. Stop.
Literally, Levy. Levy. Stop.
Like, stop. What are you doing?
Yeah. I like this, by the way.
They will MC this year's Emmys, which take place on Sunday, September 15th, live on ABC.
This is great. They kind of cover all bases with this. Like Eugene Levy is like so old school, so respected. Dan Levy is like new Hollywood Nepo. Like it's really, I think this is good, even though it's like a thankless job that everybody fails at. And like who the fuck would ever accept this? Like Eugene Levy doesn't need this grief.
No, I think this is good. I don't think they will fail. Like they are so beloved that I think even if they flopped, like it would take a while for people to see it. Mm-hmm. And I don't think they'll flop because they are so intrinsically talented. I think having 2 hosts, you can really lean on each other and like it takes away some of the like the weight and the pressure, you know, if it doesn't go well, it's a 50-50. And I think this is like a really good idea.
I agree.
And I think it has maximum potential for success.
I also like the this is not an obvious choice. We usually pluck from the same pool of like late night hosts.
Like if your name's not Jimmy, good luck.
Literally. And like the same pool, very small pool of comedians. You know, that's why like Joe Coy was kind of like a rogue choice because
God, that was crazy.
I know. And it sucks because it should have worked because like he is not one of these stereotypical comedians who just like regurgitate the same like talking points. Like he's kind of a renegade. He says crazy things. And if he had crushed it, it would have been really good, but he obviously didn't. So I like that they're pulling from a new group of people. It's like enough already with the same 4 people.
Yeah.
So I like that part of this.
Yeah, I think it has really good potential.
And there's like a lot of demand for Eugene and Dan because, you know, Schitt's Creek like ended before it had to. Mm-hmm. So they left us wanting more, which is a great, you know, position to be in. And I think anytime they do stuff together, people eat it up because we need them. We want them.
Yeah.
But I want to know like what the relationship is like with that other sister. Like, why did she kind of get the boot? Like, why wasn't she Alexis, first of all? And I have no complaints. Like Alexis Annie, she was amazing. Like I don't want it any other way. But she got this kind of like low level role when everybody else in the family got like starring roles. She never gets marketed as like people are shocked to find out that Twyla is Dan Levy's sister, Eugene's daughter.
I don't think that they've shafted her. Like, I think it's also probably something she wants.
Okay. Like, does nobody else think it's weird? I do. And if I'm Twyla, like, I'm pissed.
But she wound up being a main character.
I don't even know her
anyway.
name. I don't even know her
Sarah?
name. I don't know.
Sarah Levy.
Her name is Twyla.
Her name is Twyla. Also, something else I wanted to talk about. I'm so glad I remembered. Something happened this week on The Bachelor that we have to talk about.
Oh my God, yes.
Because
okay.
someone sent it to me. So I'm going to take it from the top. I'm going to go to this DM because the person like sent me literally everything that I needed to know.
I had seen the clip on TikTok and I was like, oh, I love that. There's a Jewish contestant and he's like sharing about his history. He has like obviously ancestors who survived the Holocaust.
There's a Jewish contestant on The Bachelor. His name is Jeremy Simon. And he finally got a chance to solidify his connection with Jen.
One-on-one.
Who's the Bachelorette. He had a one-on-one. They discussed their potential future together and he opened up about his Jewish heritage. He said, being Jewish culturally is very important to me. I don't expect you to convert. I don't need you to convert, but eventually I do want kids. He then went on to explain, trust, like, you guys, pay attention.
Because seriously, this play is about us.
Seriously, pay attention. This is like the craziest thing. He then went on to explain that he wants his kids to have some sort of Jewish identity to honor where they've come from and the violence and oppression that Jews have faced in the past. So he said that his grandmother, her grandfather was Rabbi Avram Dov Ber Kana Shapiro, and he was a very famous rabbi in Lithuania who died in the country because he wouldn't leave during World War II.
So let me tell you, when I saw this clip, I was like, oh my God, me and this guy, Jeremy, like we have very similar backgrounds because our family has deep roots in Lithuania.
And especially in like the rabbinical Jewish community.
We are obviously very proud of Rabbi Ephraim Oshry, an ancestor of ours who made huge, he's like literally famous during and after the Holocaust. He survived. He wrote this book. And I was like, oh, look at us, me and Jeremy.
So Jeremy's grandmother's grandfather, Rabbi Abraham, was the last chief rabbi of Kovno and the author of a 3-volume collection of books. And then on his Wikipedia page, Jeremy's grandmother's grandpa.
Isn't that just why we keep saying grandma's grandpa? It's your
great grandpa.
Yeah, something like that.
One of his students on his Wikipedia page, one of his students included Ephraim Oshry,
That's our
author
boy.
of Shelos
Responsa.
Uchuvos Mamakim. So it's Responsa was the name of his book. He wrote a book of questions that he got during the Holocaust because he was the
the rabbi of the ghetto. Like they rounded up all these Jews who were like practicing Jews, giving them no food or water or places to sleep. And they're like, how do we do our customs without challah, without candles, without literally anything?
Yeah. And so he wrote down all of the questions and the answers that he gave them. I think he like buried them
in milk cans, like in the ghetto. He survived the war. He went back, retrieved those like milk cans that he had literally buried into the ground, and then published everything that he had experienced and wrote. I wrote about this in my book if you guys are curious about it.
Or you could read his book. Like, what if you just ordered Rabbi Ephraim Oshry's book?
Yeah, it's called Responsa in English, the translation. It's actually really hard to find. There's like, it's like thousands of dollars because like everybody wants it. Yeah, that's our ancestry. We are like literally elite in that sense and very proud and so crazy.
So proud. And for sure,
we need to contact Jeremy.
We are related to Jeremy Simon because if you think about it,
oh
like,
my God, we are.
If his ancestor was if his answer was the chief rabbi and then our ancestor was a very high up rabbi, then they would have made a shit off for sure.
What's his last name?
Simon.
I'm just gonna ask Olivia. She would know. Like she actually did our family tree.
We need to find his family tree. But wait, but also the name of his ancestor was Duber Kahana Shapiro. Oh my God, what if
Olivia and Shapiro? Okay, is there a Simon family or Shapiro family?
Dov Ber Kahana Shapiro.
On our family tree. Olivia would know. She's like always keeping records of it, and which is so good.
I'll send this to Olivia too.
Tell her to get to work.
Claudia and I were chuckling because I didn't see the clip where he explains this to Jen, but I'm sure Jen was like, okay.
No, she actually wasn't. I want to say everything I'm not watching, but everything I've seen of Jen, obviously that Kelly Ripa moment that went viral, I loved. She was super respectful. I don't know, like if she really cared. I don't even know if she likes this guy, so I don't have context. But I thought she was super respectful. He was obviously talking about some really heavy things with the Holocaust, and like,
it's a lot.
It's a lot on a date, nonetheless.
On The Bachelor, but I just want to shout out
Jeremy.
Even if she doesn't like him,
yeah, I'll only like Jen if she marries him.
I want to shout out like her for giving a one-on-one to him where he was able to tell his story. And thank you to the Bachelor producers for including it because it was so cool to see.
Major. And
they could have cut that out.
Of course. In these trying times.
Yeah, but I mean, Like, why is he on The Bachelor if he's like with his important Jewish faith? Like,
yeah, no, and also like if you're like a breathing Jewish man, like, and you want to get married, it's literally not hard. I know a million Jewish girls who would love to date you.
And he should get together with Ariel Frankel, who is like the most amazing Jewess from The Bachelor.
If it doesn't work out with Jen, you know. I didn't when the clip I saw, like I didn't see
said it
sparks.
looked like she didn't like him.
Yeah, I didn't see like crazy sparks. I'm not gonna lie. I won't be surprised if he gets sent home soon. Obviously, not the week where he talks about the Holocaust.
No, and not the one-on-one week, because then he gets sent home on the date, and he got a roast from his date, or else he would get sent home.
I don't think it's like I didn't see, you know, but I agree. Him and Ariel Frankel should definitely get together.
No, I'm obsessed.
That was really cool. I liked that. Thank you to the toaster who shared that with Jackie.
Yes. Oh my God. Like seriously, and it was only one person, so if she hadn't, we would have never put it together.
Love that.
Like seriously, love you guys. Like I just thought that was so cool.
So cool. That's our show. That's our week. We'll see all the swirlies in Atlantic City tomorrow. We're so excited about that. And then we kick off next week, our final week before we take 1 week off hiatus, you know, summer break. We'll be back, you know, moving, you know, well, let's not talk about that. So we'll see you swirlies tomorrow, IRL. And if not, we'll see you back in studio on Monday. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening to the Toast Monday Morning Show, where we deliver the 5 stories you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as podcasts and podcasts can be found. So it's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, Radio, Castbox, all the places where you listen to podcasts. Us to Toast, leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, about how stunning, about how wickedly talented we are.
Love ya. Bye.